Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to GDP TV. So I know I've been saying I was gonna do this for a while already. I'm setting a lot of things up. One of those things I'll show you right now, of course, is the Button Roach 24/7 live stream. Available on YouTube, Twitch, and buttonroach.com, of course. The other thing, I've been setting up a few things, but Global Domination Productions, in essence, it's not just a record label, we're a production house. So we have, different things that we're gonna be doing. Movies, music, shit like that. Button Roach Show is a platform that we've, spent 9 years building. It's something that we've never really truly given up on. And the fact that we continue to put ourselves in a position that pushes us forward, it's a fucking blessing. And we're able to work with a lot of people that not only see the big picture, but they helping push the initiative forward. With that being said, GDP TV is something that I've been trying to put together, trying to get off the ground for a long time. And I had so many different variations of what I had wanted to do. And ultimately, I just settled on filming the process. Everything that I do is different from the next thing. So there's days that I'm doing radio. There's days that I'm doing, TV. There's days that I'm in the studio just writing new music and recording new music. There's days that I'm working in the studio. So there's always gonna be different things going on. But it's not so much the process, as I said in the trailer, of me being a recording artist and the ins and outs of the industry. It's me being an entertainer. An entertainer in the entire word. People would say you're a jack of all trades and master of none. I'm okay with that. I have no problem with that, because I'm gonna be a master at being a jack of all trades. And for me to do that, I need to constantly see what I'm doing. And for me to see what I'm doing, I gotta record it. So one of the reasons why it's taken so long to get GDP TV off the ground is that I've ran through a bunch of different equipment scenarios. And ultimately, this that you see right here, this GoPro setup, goddamn, it just came in and it's so beautiful. I'm so happy. So I get to show you guys the ins and outs of what I do on a daily basis. I want to tell you guys a little story too. So the story goes, last week I had a day off in which I didn't have anything planned. So I wanted to immediately take advantage of this, and although there were treatments already done for other music videos, they were videos that required extras and other people involved, and I just wanted to do something that was me and just go out there and do it. And I enlisted the help of my young boy Zinto. You guys are gonna get to know Zinto very well. Amazing producer. Guy's a fucking prodigy. But it was his first time using the Lumix G7, and I'm the owner of the camera and I barely know how to use it myself. So we go out there, and this is the funny part, because I wanted to shoot a video at the location where I first had a spiritual experience with mushrooms. I had taken mushrooms before that, but I never broke through. That place I fucking broke through. So I told Zento, I was like, bro, I'm gonna make this as convenient as possible. Early in the morning, he shows up. I rent a car. We drove to Forest Park. Now there was this one place in Forest Park that I went to while I was on shrooms. And goddamn, I was there crying, I was talking to God and all types of shit. So I said, I want to go back. So when we first got to Forest Park, I parked the car. I'm like, all right, let's go to this first location first. And just to get the goddamn camera on the stabilizer took 30 minutes. Now we had a rented car, zip car, so it was like time limit. Gotta have the car back at a certain time or else, So I'm like, fuck, man. So we trying to get through this thing, and it was so unprepared, and it's all my fault, and that's why I want to do this show. This show to me is me being able to see the mistakes that I make over. And I've been failing publicly for so long that now it's just become a part of my branding. It's almost like one of these jackass guys. The only difference now is that I'm gonna have a show that covers that. It's like, what else am I supposed to do? If I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna fail in front of the world. So back to the story. So we finally, you know, get everything going. And I'm saying to Zinto, I'm like, all right, this location that we're in is probably too dark or whatever. I didn't know exactly where this place was that I had tripped out at because I was already high on mushrooms before I got to the park. So I'm like, all right, let me see if anything looks familiar. There was this one public restroom that was next to, you know, this desk that had the chess table. Shit was crazy. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, I remember this. I remember I was crying right here. It's like, I saw all of the rocks and everything started jumping up and dancing for me and shit like that. So I'm like, I remember this. And then I just close my eyes and start walking, and eventually I end up in this place. So I'm super happy. I'm like, holy shit, I actually found the place. Then we start shooting the music video, but we're on a time limit. You know, I'm so deep in artist mode that it didn't really dawn on me to, you know, make sure the camera was X, Y, and Z, because there's a camera that we're still learning how to use. And maybe part of me didn't care. Maybe a part of me just wanted to be out there. Eventually, we end up coming back home, and I'm looking at the footage, and I'm like, oh shit, I can't use this. Bad shadows. You know, some of the footage was blurry. The background was crystal clear, but you know, it was like spot focus, and it was spotted on the wrong spot. Little things that obviously my own impatience could have fixed if I weren't so impatient. At least for that day. I was just trying to capitalize on that free time, and I said, fuck it, let's go for it. And it didn't work out, but it did make me want to start this show. This was like, for me, the tipping point that made me say, all right, I need to start GDP TV, because the entire process of shooting that video, and I'm gonna show you guys some of the footage. There was footage that I could use, there's footage that's terrible, but I was dancing salsa in the middle of fucking Forest Park to music coming out of my cell phone while Zinto was following me around with a camera whose screen he couldn't even really see because it's a small camera. It has an HDMI output for what you recorded, but not what you're recording. So I bought this screen, I bought a bunch of shit for nothing. Not for nothing, because I'm still gonna use it, but still, I wanted the rig. I even hit up one of my boys. I'm fucking frustrated. He's flying around the world doing, you know, the most amazing music videos, and I'm just like, bro, I can't get the fucking focus right on my camera. Yo, shout out to Cloud Kicker Piff, man. Yo, my fault, bro. I was stressed the fuck out. But I'm figuring it out. And I think the biggest lesson for me, especially with this GoPro setup and you know, me just doing this show, is that I know that I'm not gonna be a super famous musician. I know I'm not gonna be a super successful actor. I've been close to those types of people, and I know that I'm not like that. I'm really not. What I am, I'm just an entertainer. And I think that, you know, if I gotta remember what Dave Chappelle told his dad, which he told James Lipton at Inside the Actor Studio. So he told his dad, you're a teacher. If I can make a teacher salary doing comedy, I think that's better than being a teacher. And that to me, you know, I'm 35, responsibilities. It's not like I could just jump on the road and go tour. And it's not even like the world is the same anymore. Even if I wanted to do all those things, couldn't even do half of the shit you want to do if you're not X, Y, and Z. Or you need to be vaxxed here, you need to wear a mask here. The whole shit is crazy. So I'm gonna continue to do what I do on a daily basis. I'm just gonna do it on GDP TV. Now, if you want to get all the exclusive inside shit or just be involved with the show, help out the show, go to patreon.com/GDPTV. The show is gonna be free on YouTube, but a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, the instant notifications, the polls, becoming an associate producer, all of that is through patreon.com/GDPTV. Of course, if you want to listen to the Button Roach Show 24/7 live stream, just go to buttonroach.com. Follow me on Instagram at I'm King Roach. Catch you guys on the next episode of GDPTV. Who knows what the fuck I'm gonna be doing, but we'll see.